The Declaration of Independence is the mission statement of our nation. It set the foundation for our rights, privileges, and freedoms we take for granted today. Read the Declaration if you haven't before. Thomas Jefferson used this opportunity to outline the grievances the colonists had against the king. These were infringements upon our natural rights. Originally, he included slavery as one of the wrongs forced upon the colonists by the king, but South Carolina and Georgia refused to sign the Declaration if that remained. So Jefferson and the committee had to remove it. They did this because the delegates knew they had to stay unified to defeat the British. However, if you understand Enlightenment theories, the Declaration in its final draft is still anti-slavery. So what happened to some of the 56 men who signed the Declaration of Independence and pledged their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor? George Walton and Thomas Hayward were wounded in battle and held prisoner by the British. Arthur Middleton and Richard Stockton were captured and also held prisoner. 17 signers had their property either destroyed, burned, or confiscated by the British. Thomas Jefferson was almost captured at his home, Monticello. Thankfully, Jack Jewett risked his life to race the British to warn Jefferson, shortly before Colonel Banastre Tarleton arrived to arrest him. At least 8 signers and families barely escaped being captured by the British. Abraham Clark's sons were captured and tortured by the British. Francis Lewis's wife was captured and died while a British prisoner. John Witherspoon's son was killed in battle. Thomas Nelson Jr. died bankrupt. John Hart was forced to flee his property and leave his dying wife. His 13 children had to escape British capture. He lived in the woods alone for a year. After returning home to find his wife had died, family disappeared, and property destroyed, he died of exhaustion and a broken heart. Carter Braxton was a wealthy man but died in poverty and rags because of the British. So now I ask, is there anything you would be willing to risk your lives, fortunes, and sacred honor for today? So go and read the Declaration and celebrate Independence Day.